Hey there, folks. In this video, I'm going to be giving you, well, it's basically going to be a trade review video going over my trades from Friday, but also the title of this video is going to be something like how to get the highest probability candle confirmation deals, right? Now, I did make a video recently. If you look at the last video that I made when I was talking about, when I was the video titled how I made $200,000 last month with candle confirmation. And in that video, my focus though, because it's not really I use that as the title, but the purpose of that video was to really just give the folks that were kind of lost with candle confirmation, that are kind of struggling, to maybe simplify it for them a little bit more, to give them a little bit higher probability deals. But I want to make very clear that in that last video, with the rules that I outlined, that is not rules that I personally use. I already get really good results with the original rules that I outlined for you in the original video, which I'll leave a link to that in the video description of this video, so you can watch that as well if you haven't watched it yet. I get great results with that, so I don't really see any need to implement that. It's just to make it easier for some of those folks that are struggling. That's why I did that. That's why I made that video. Okay. Now, I'm going to do this video because with this video, you can kind of see a closer look at trades that I actually take personally with the candle confirmation, right? With the rules that I utilize, on a day in, day in, day out, right? And we're going to go over it because, like I said, with those rules that I gave you in the previous video, there'll be high quality deals, but you're going to get a lot less trades, I mean, a lot less. And that's probably best for a lot of people. That's the thing. That's the thing with this, because you would get a lot of setups, and that can overwhelm some people, right? Because it's just too much for them to handle. And then also it kind of comes with whenever you do have a losing streak, it can be because with everything, even with high win rate strategies like this, you still have those losing streaks. It can be hard for a beginner, for a novice trader to handle it. But when they have a smaller bucket of trades to go off of, it's easier for them to psychologically handle it. But these are the rules that I use. These are setups that I see on a consistent basis right here. Even this month, I'm already up over 100K on the month, utilizing exactly what I'm about to give you in this video. All right, so all I ask that if you do enjoy the video, make sure you leave a like, you subscribe to the channel. It's free game, folks. This is free game I'm giving you here. The stuff I'm giving you in this video is levels beyond. This isn't cockiness. This is just 100% the truth. It's levels beyond just, most stuff out there. Now, we're going to go over into the USD. First things first, got to come with receipts, because this is what we're going to talk about. It's this setup right here. Because everything that I talk about in these videos, I plug in my free Discord chat, which there will be a link to that in the video description, and I highly recommend you join that so you can learn candle confirmation more closely. You can look at real time. I plug these setups so you can see, and that makes a big difference than just it's just a full learning experience, seeing this stuff unfold real time and actually seeing these setups develop. And what you'll find is when you're in here day in, day out with me, looking for this stuff, you're going to start to think like me. You're going to start to see the same setups that I do. And naturally, you're just going to start to recognize the stuff that I recognize. We're going to go over into the USD right here. I said into the USD 4-hour candle confirmation deal. Draw into the low below 100% confirmed. Okay. So let's talk about it. 4-hour candle confirmation deal. So what framed this setup? Well, the initial close was actually outside my kill zone, but the thing is, it was still in a favorable area by the time my kill zone rolled around. So I was good to go. But before then, before 3 o'clock, I'm not taking it. My kill zone personally is 3 to 6, and then I do 8 to 11. So I have this thing right here. If you look at my cursor, yeah, it's worth noting, it's in a premium, of course, within this range. But if I want you to just, to simplify it, I want you to take your focus right here. What did this candle do? It's in a downswing right now, and it comes down, and you see how it displaces beneath that low where my cursor is pointing with aggression, with strength. But Mike, what about that sell side right there? I don't care about it. I don't care about that sell side right there. It's in that downswing. It displaces beneath that previous low, and that's giving me a clue about what to look for going forward here. It didn't respect it. That's what it's telling me in simplest terms. It didn't respect the liquidity beneath that low because it closed beneath it. That candle closes. We open right here at 1. That 4 o'clock candle opens at 1. Okay. So that's step number 1 is you want the conviction. You want the strength. Okay. Note that low right there. Because that's going to be your target, folks. That's the draw. That's going to be your target down there. Okay. Because it displaced beneath this already, telling you that it didn't respect that as support. This is going to be the next level it's going to gravitate to. The low of that candle that had that displacement. Now, again, once you get into a new candle, 1 o'clock opens right here. You want to see it press up and you want to see it leave that low intact. What you need to understand is the liquidity is what gives it validity. The magnet, the draw, the pull for price. You need that intact. You need that intact. And then once this thing is pressing up here, this is where we go down into our lower time frame and we look for what I call the fake shift, the fake market structure shift, that 5-minute like push up. That's what I look for. And another tip, I do this with all my trades now actually. Now, this is something that I do look for in every single one of my candle confirmation deals is I need that old low, if it's a bearish scenario, that was displaced beneath. I need that to be tested. That is something that I look for in every single one of my setups now because it just makes, like, because you still get you get a plethora of setups. It ain't like you're waiting out. Like, you get a plethora of setups even doing that and it's higher probability. So it's like, why not, right? Why not wait for that? And it helps you just get so much more precise entries and it just helps you just time it so better. My focus really isn't being like too precise. That's why I use the 1-to-1 to give it wiggle room, but it's just, it helps you time it better, a little bit better. Okay. So you got that old low right there. It's resistance. All right. But again, we open, you push up, you test that. But also, I still need that 5-minute buy side liquidity sweep. Okay. So go to the 5-minute. Okay. Go to the 5-minute chart here. So here's the deal, folks. So 1 o'clock it opened, remember? So right there. Does that qualify right there? Look at my cursor, 5-minute buy side. Look, displacement. Nope. What did I just tell you? There's the old low level right above it. You want to see that tested. So it has a sweep, but then you see it come up and test that. Now look for your 1-minute bear shift after that's tested right there at around 2 o'clock when it did it. Okay. See that right there? Fair value gap. You got your strong close in there. It's like fair value gap right there. And then you end up getting your strong close down here as you can see, like right here, look. But that point is 100% confirmed. Like at that point, it's confirmed. You could look for lower prices. You can look for that low down there to get cleaned out now. And here's what I mean when I said it's still in a favorable area, because I pressed up here like right into my kill zone at 3 and I slammed this thing and took it down into this low right here. It still looked good. It was still in that area that I needed it to be in, you see. But that was a play, folks. That's what framed it. All right, we'll go with another one here. I had a couple actually. I had the GU and then I had the AUDUSD. We'll go with this AUDUSD right here. Both had great follow through, by the way. But just to go over this one right here, just being random, really, just randomly, just pick this one, AUDUSD, candle confirmation deal as well, drawing to the low. See that? Timestamp, no hindsight over here. So you guys can learn real time how this stuff plays out. All right. So let's talk about it. Go to the 1 hour chart. I do 1 hour and I do 4 hour. I do both. See that right there? It's in that downswing, is it not? Sure is. And then you see how it closes beneath this low right here? Look. Look, zoom in. Look right there. See how that closes beneath that? In simplest terms, it did not respect it as a level of support. And then this low is what you want to target. This low, note that right there. See that? Strong close beneath that low right there, folks. Strong close beneath it. Opens up and then it prices up into it right here. Again, you want to see the strong close. You want to see that conviction beneath a previous low like that. Okay, it's in that downswing. I'm going to give you another little tip here. Now, take note on this. I'm about to give you another little nugget of gold here. Your best candle confirmation deals will also be the fresh swing point, which is what I call the third candle draw. Okay, so for example, you see how like that's a swing high right there. Like you have your high sign in the middle, lower high on the left, lower high on the right, lower high on the right. The earlier it is, the better. Now, is that 100% required for me to get a trade? No. I want to see it in the downswing if it's a bearish scenario, but I'm just telling you that Another way that you can get higher probability deals that I haven't mentioned yet is by going with the swing points. Looking for that same signature like the strong close, etc., but go for the swing points. So you got the swing point put in right here, swing high put in. And then right here at 4, what we get? So what happens is after 4, we get this thing, it prices up. It tests that low level that I was just talking about, and it takes out this 5-minute buy side. That's what we would call the fake shift. See that right there where my cursor is? Presses that out right there. Also test a 50 institutional price level, which is a bonus. Not to get too deep into institutional price levels in this video because I don't want to make it too long, but your institutional levels are, because I already have videos on it, by the way. You can just search my channel for institutional price levels and you'll see what I'm talking about. But it's 0, 0, 20, 50, 80 levels of support and resistance, areas where major market reversals occur. So we have this thing right here. It cleans out that, and then we end up getting this shift right here. You see what I mean? Fair value gap, strong close right there. That's after we got the 5-minute buy side. That's after we got the O low tested. Still got this low down below intact. Third candle draw, where we had that strong close as well. That becomes your target. What's your stop going to be? 1 to 1. What about above this high, Mike? That ain't how I do it. What about 10 pips? That ain't how I do it. What do you mean not 10 pips? If I have a target down here that's more than 10 pips, then I do just the 1 to 1. If I have a target and it's 20 pips, then my stop will be 20 pips. If I have a target that is 30 pips where I get in, then my stop will be 30 pips. So I want to make that clear as well. It's not a, I don't do a strict, a strict 10 pip stop. I do a strict 1 to 1 stop. Okay. I need at least 10 pips, but it's not in a case where I have more, then I give it more. And I don't put the high right above the, I want to give it wiggle room. My focus is not on being so precise. I am a firm believer that's where a lot of traders get chewed up. I think that's a trap for most, is trying to be precise. Why? You can get rich and be imperfect with your entries. Okay. The most important thing here, folks, is just understanding where price is ultimately going. Play that back. That's the more important thing here. Not like knowing the perfect entry so you can go on X or IG and say, well, look how smart I am. Look how smart I am. I knew exactly the tick where it was going to be. Forget that crap. You don't need to do that crap. What are you here for? You here to make money? Or you here to try to flex on social media, right? I don't know about you, but I'm here to make money. All right. And that 1 to 1, that makes me my money. All right. I know it's unconventional. You know, a lot of people, they don't like 1 to 1, and a lot of people, they're also not profitable. That's what works for me. That's what's built my career. It's unconventional, but I got unconventional results. That's the thing, folks. Let that sink in. So we got this thing. We got that shift. What does it do? Comes down. Now, of course, you would have been safe, and that's going to be the thing. Is like in that case, if you did do that as your stop, you would have been fine. But don't let just one scenario like this or a couple scenarios, because the day was like really good follow through. It ain't always that good. It's a high win rate strategy, but it ain't always like the day where you had a plethora of setups and not a single one of them failed. Not a single one of these candle confirmation deals failed. But the point is, times like this, it makes up for slower times. And that's something about, like, when you were talking about high win rate, like this makes up for slower times. You're going to have those periods where it's a little bit slow, a little bit hit and miss, which we've had recently. Like, what was it, like the end of last month around that time? It was kind of a little bit slow, right? A little bit slow, a little bit hit and miss. And a lot of people that originally gravitating to it, they already fell off by that point because they don't understand that, this mind frame. When it's hot, you build, and that makes up for when it's slow. And the good thing about high win rate strategies like candle confirmation is whenever it is slow, though, it typically lasts a lot shorter than with big risk reward strategies. The losing streaks, the drawdowns are typically short lived, and you got to keep your psychology intact for a shorter amount of time. But yeah, folks, not to get too off track there, though, just want to throw in that little psychology lesson. But yeah, that's what we had. Really clean follow through. So we'll also talk about Euro USD. I don't want to make this video too long because people tune out. And I think we'll end it right here with this Euro USD, which, again, there were several good setups fall through today, but it's like very similar signatures, very similar deals across the board here. So Euro USD here. I plugged this at 940, as you can see. Also talked about on mic with my mentees, real time, no hindsight. Your USD shift, candle confirmation deal drawn to the lows. Alrighty, so we have your USD here. This is a 4-hour candle confirmation deal. So if you look right here, this candle opens at 5 and then it closes at 9 o'clock. Okay, so you see how it displaces and it closes beneath this candle right here. See that? With aggression, with strength, right? And that's what we want to see. It's in that downswing, really strong close. Now the focus is going to go to this low right here. You see? We got that conviction. Close beneath it. Then the focus goes to right here at 9. Remember, you want to see it leave that low intact right here. You want to see it leave that low intact. Open up, press up into that previous low, 5-minute buy for liquidity sweep. So here's the thing, 9 o'clock's right here. And you see how it comes up, look, 5-minute buy side right there. See how it presses that out? We press out that buy side, and at the same time we come up and we test that O low right there. So we got the sweep, we got the O low tested, we got that intact down below right there. Look at my cursor. Now go to your 1 minute. So right here we end up getting this shift. Look, fair value gap. We actually got the fair value gap right here. You got the strong close right there. That's a confirmed 1 minute bearish shift. Off that old low that it displaced beneath on the 4-hour. 5-minute buy side liquidity sweep, 1 minute shift, lows to intact down below. You take it down into that. Smooth like butter, folks. Smooth like butter. So again, folks, like all this stuff is plugged real time in the Discord. I do recommend joining that, which will be a link to that in the video description. That's not an invitation to follow alerts. If you're going to follow alerts, you're going to lose money. Okay? That doesn't work out. The invitation is just so you can learn my thought process, so you can learn from these plays real time, because that does a lot for you. Okay? Candle confirmation is not a holy grail. Okay? I'll never preach it like it is a holy grail, but it is the most effective thing that I have found in all my years trading, and I've been doing this since 2014. And it's levels beyond most stuff out there by a long shot. But only will it work if you have the proper psychology and you manage risk. You can't do those two things, well then nothing's going to work. Okay? But yeah, folks, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like, you subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to turn on notifications, and I will see you later.